Hello, my name is Sean Hayes. Hand on a button, bird in the mouth, blood's up and running, chasing you down.
Hi there, I'm Mike Forts, and welcome back to Parlour to Parlour. And today I'm here with Sean Hayes. How you doing, Sean?
I'm very good.
Excellent. Well, I like now to turn it over to you to talk about your music in your own words, since I've already done that for the Pop Divs audience last year.
I always say it's folk-oriented. It's also got a little soul. It's very round and lyrical. So now to say it's very lyrically based, for sure. There's a rawness to it, a raw kind of like a slightly outsider, not hyperly music educated vibe to it, which also equals folk to me. But then there's you put a band behind it, and you usually can move to it as well.
Well, over the past 12 months, past year, I know you've been really busy. What are a couple of your favorite things that have happened over this past year?
Past year, I mean, the biggest thing is I have a brand new baby boy. He's a year old, actually a year and a month old now. So that's, kind of smashes everything else out of the water. It's a totally different planet. It's been really joyous and beautiful, and makes you focus in a whole different way. You can't, your time becomes totally different. So it's made me kind of write songs and go change diapers. Those are my two modes of opera for the last year. And then going on tour, been doing that, and writing a bunch of tunes. Just put out a little outtakes, alternatives and outtakes record in the last week. That's right now just a digital release, but it's leftover tracks from the last 10 years and a couple of alternative tracks that I put on there. And one I'm really excited about was another version of this song, Fall In, that I did with a woman named Frazee Ford, who was in the band The Be Good Tanya's, and she has her own solo project out of Vancouver, and she has one of my favorite voices, and was able to do a duet with her with that song and put it on this record with also old kind of lost songs that were stuck in a drunk drawer, and then a couple of alternative songs. So those are a few things. And also just working on a new record big time, so hoping to get one out in the spring maybe if things keep flowing.
Look forward to that.
Yeah, me too.
There's just a lot of respect for you in this community. Like, a lot of people here look up to you.
Oh, that's nice to hear.
I know you've been here a long time.
I have been.
I'm really curious to know what to you is the most special thing about the Bay Area that keeps you here and makes it feel like home to you.
The most special thing, the Bay Area is a strange place. I moved out here like a lot of people do when I was in my early 20s, and it was very much on a whim, romance for the city, romance for a woman, and I'm kind of surprised I've stayed here in some ways, but then it has this kind of like power to do that. It's a strange vortex. It's easy living, even though it's really expensive like other big cities. Somehow time goes by and you don't even realize it, and I think there's no real season, so you just wake up 20 years later and you're like, oh, I'm still here, what happened? I just love the town. Sometimes I think about where else I might go, but I really especially love the Mission a lot. It's kind of like a little village down there, and I really appreciate that a lot of people own their businesses and actually live down there and walk around the streets and see these people for so long. Different people own bars and coffee shops and restaurants, and so it has a vibe that's very village-like in that way. And then it's also very sunny in the Mission, which is actually awesome. You look over the hill and there's all the fog just attacking the rest of the city through the summer, and it'll stay pretty nice down here. So those are a few things.
Well, from the greater Bay Area to your immediate surroundings here, is there anything around here you'd like to show us that keep this space inspiring for you?
This space for me is a revelation. I mean, I've been trying to have a space for so long, and it's hard, it's expensive in the city, and I was working it out of my living room, which was basically a studio that I was living in with my wife. So had the baby and was like, I have to get a space, finally did. And so just having a place to come and sing songs at 1 o'clock in the morning or 10 in the morning or whenever I want without bothering anybody is so amazing. And then, getting all this stuff out of my living room, which I can't believe it fit in my living room when now in here. I guess it was tucked in various places. But yeah, I could show you some objects that I like. We could start with this. It's a guitar I got about, I don't know, a year and a half ago that I recently put on a plane, and it got the neck smashed and realized that it had the wrong neck on it anyway. It was a cheap fix. It was recently repaired, but it's a quarter size. That's a smaller size guitar. Yeah. Been enjoying it. Scrappy.
Yeah.
And then there's some other objects I could show you as well.
Cool.
So I've got an old drum that I like a lot. So I'll show you this old drum, and I'll tell you the story behind it, because it used to be in my living room that I had a little snare and just this guy right here as my kick drum. And then Rob Wright came over one day, and I kept wanting a drum, not a big drum because it was living room something, and he was like, I got a drum, it's perfect for you. And he had this old drum, and it's kind of beautiful, old, probably from the 20s or 30s. I don't know, it's gorgeous. Using it a lot on Run Wolves Run, which was unexpected because it's a beast in some ways, but I really like it. I think this is kind of interesting, little piece of artwork, little piece of old postcard artwork done by a guy named Butch Anthony, who is the original keeper of the Alabama chicken. I wrote a song about an Alabama chicken. He was the gentleman folk artist from Alabama who had the live rooster named Bob Ross in a little red cage, and this is a piece of his little artwork that I had gotten years ago. I don't know, kind of inspires creativity in me. So there's that.
Well, thanks for having us over and showing us around. It was fun.
Thanks for coming over and chatting with me.
Yeah. Would you like to play us a song?
Yeah, I'd love to sing songs.
Cool. What you want to play for us?
I was gonna do Stella Seed, which seemed like a good one.
Yeah, I love that one.
Okay,
Cool. Let's do it.
excellent. Set it up.
All right.